See, cuz was a different breed. A kid with a lot of issues was what you call a bad seed. Between the drugs and the thug and his blood type, cuz was the promising prospect for the thug life. His mom was a fiend, school was a nightmare, sneaks was on lean. He never had nice gear, the other kids teased him and led to plenty fights there. The cuz snapped one morning, snuck and brung a knife there, cut a boy face, left a nice slice there. The public school system, he lost all his rights there. Yeah, got himself shipped the vision quest. He did a bid and came home more vicious than when he left. I'm like eeny, meeny, miny, mo. It's 20 different kind. I get them for the 21, I let it go for 29. I got two phones on my Kevin Gates shit. They just two-tone, the bezel in the face hit. Glizzy on, got me feeling safer than the bass hit. Getting tagged out, you trying to slide a home plate shit. Come on, man. The fuck is they not hearing, bro?
But that's how you gotta break that shit down to them sometimes, man.
Boss up. All I do is okay shit. Call the plays, watch them execute it. Coach K shit. Tell them run a full court press on the late shift. My young niggas ballin' like they tryin' to win a Naismith. My bitch bad, all she wanna do is slay shit. Post pic stuntin' hashtag, me and Bay shit. I'm at the dealer, tell them sit me in a spaceship. The Audi RS7, gunmetal gray shit, man.
I ain't giving out them bars like that.
They don't do
man.
it, but I'm doing the same shit I do in freestyles with my songs. That's what they don't understand, you know what I'm saying?
That's how you gotta dance on it. You gotta put some, you gotta get some drops in the beats and all that so they can hear that shit. Oh, wow, that's still some, oh,
that's heavy bars right there. Yeah. Oh, that's a heavy 16 right there. My secret right here, honey in my halls, man. It's a secret to the voice, you know what I'm saying? My shit a little husky, so I lose my voice a lot, you know what I'm saying? So this is it right here. Yeah, man, for those who don't know. Honey in my halls, man, for y'all rap niggas. Especially for you niggas that holler and scream and all that in the mic, man. Take care of your voice.
Everybody know how I feel about my man FO, you know what I'm saying? My man been doing this shit for a long ass time.
It's a solid nigga from day one, man. That's all I can say.
We just got a bulletproof love type of bar, like it's deeper when you say it's deeper than rap. But I'll tell y'all, it's like he'll tell you I'm a piece of shit as a friend.
Pure piece of shit.
I'm a pure piece of shit. To know me to love me.
When it come to Forch, I take this shit personal. You dig what I'm saying? We all rap, we all squad, we all went through the same shit together. You dig what I'm saying? Since we was bucks, I've been on this. You dig what I'm saying?
Nothing that he talking about now ain't just happened. This has always been him. Always been gorilla, always been hard.
That shit be goofball shit niggas be doing with all that extraterrestrial talking. This regular though for us. Like this regular shit. You know what I'm saying? Like this shit is regular, so we ain't gonna be out here with the shit talking. I mean, we stand where we stand, you know what I'm saying? Slick heavy talk. We got some heavy talkers, I mean, but we ain't gonna get all goofy just cause the camera rolling, you know what I'm saying? That be that goofball rapper shit, you know what I'm saying? Niggas out here, this regular shit. Niggas out here doing what they do. Yeah, man. Niggas, somebody felt good today, decided to bring the grill out, you know what I'm saying? What the fuck, regular shit. Bikes out this joint, cycles, dirt bikes, niggas on some shit today. It's all summer though. It's gonna be a crazy summer.
Like old school, but to the new ain't nothing really people used to nowadays. But he really a good dude. He be spitting that real shit, I like Creed.
For those who don't know, which I know a lot of people know, my name is Forch, born and raised in South Philly, Tasker Homes Projects. Born and raised there. Spent most of my life there until they knocked it down. I'm a family man, got a wife, children, mother, father, dedicated to family. I'm real big on family, man. I'm a Muslim, you know what I'm saying? Allah saw fit to bring me into the fold of Islam, you know what I'm saying? And you know, I just been trying to learn my religion and really trying to increase my faith, you know what I'm saying, and my knowledge, and you know, try to walk, if not a straight path, the best path that I could possibly walk. I'm not perfect, but Islam is perfect. I try my best to be a Muslim. A lot of my characteristics come from my beliefs, and you know, that's why a lot of people say I'm so humble, and you know, I carry myself the way I'm supposed to carry myself, and a lot of people, you know, for the most part, I think more people love me than hate me. I love my homies, like we more like brothers. We all call each other brothers. We don't call each other homies. I like to stamp myself as a good dude, if I say so myself, you know what I'm saying? You know, solid dude, real solid guy, good guy.
Yeah, this block is a real heavy block a couple years back, man. eBay here original, this eBay block. eBay live on this block, you know what I'm saying? But this the block we all was from the projects. We all came around here and just start trapping. This was a gold mine. This block was a gold mine back then, man. Gold mine. I mean, we made a lot of paper on this block. Legendary block right here. Ain't nothing now. You see the kids out here and all that. It's peaceful now. Ain't nobody really out here doing nothing no more. A couple niggas went to jail. A couple niggas got smoked. But for the most part, all the solid ones are still here.
Jealousy is ugly. Got me feeling like I'm cold beat. I wonder why these people hate the love. Starting to see you niggas in a different way. It's obvious your face ain't matching what you portray. I thought that you was riding, it seemed that you went astray. And I'm positive you got the most negative shit to say. When somebody asks about me, you don't carry me around right. Say that I'm your man, but you hating, that's what it sound like. And all I ever been was silent to you niggas. Now you want some whole shit, so throw some dollars to you niggas.
Growing up as kids, you know, our dream was to get out the projects. You know, we loved our neighborhood, we loved it, you know what I'm saying? But it was so much that we saw as kids, it was just like, we gotta get out of here, man. Like, people was dying and getting killed and going to jail, and we seen kids our age, 13, 14, get life. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, we gotta get out of here.
You gotta make a decision. You can either get out of there in a negative way or get out of there in a positive way.
Yeah.
Did you go negative for a while?
I went negative, you know what I'm saying? I definitely went negative because that was what we seen. You know, I walked out my front door and I seen the hustlers right there. All the dope boys right there in front of my door, you know what I'm saying? Right,
and they're making money.
They're making big time money, you know what I'm saying? Fresh sneakers, fresh clothes, girls pulling up in cars, dice games. You might see a dice game, it might be 20, 30,000 in the dice game.
Tasker, man, Tasker Homes, Tasker Project, the dead end, murder. I mean, drug dealing, man, robberies, stolen car. It was a stolen car era, man. Dog fights, neighborhood wars, all that shit, man. Tasker, man. It was rough, but we grew up and we loved it, man. It was our home. Tasker like one big family, man, you know what I'm saying? Everybody knew everybody mother knew everybody, mother and father. You can get in trouble, you can get smacked by anybody out there. Any adult catch you doing something out of pocket, they can lay hands on you and it will be perfectly fine with your mother. You know what I'm saying? That's how Tasker was, man. We was one big family out there, man. I can honestly say I miss it, man. I miss my project.
My name is Renee Ware Moore. I am the mother of Anthony White, aka Forch. When he was born, I knew I was having a son, and I was thinking about the Roots series. I just had this umption to take my son outside and raise him up to the Lord. And I said, here he is. I said, you gave him to me. I said, but I'm going to give him back to you. And I stood outside and I held him up. And I've always thought of that through the years, that I dedicated him back to God. Trying to protect your children from certain things that was going on within the project was, it was kind of hard because the children knew and saw so much, but there were good people. There were good people out there. The projects got a bad rap. Every neighborhood has some few bad seeds. But for the most part of Tasker, it was a family.
I sold candy. That was our hustle as kids. A lot of people don't know that. The project, everybody that know about Tasker Project, they know we sold candy. You know what I'm saying? For a long time, we used to be ashamed of it. We used to keep it quiet. We didn't want nobody to know. But then after a while, it just felt like it was cool because we were the ones in high school with the money.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to high school with $200-300 in my pocket sitting like this, all ones. All the girls like, they got the money, like, what they do? We selling candy, you know what I'm saying? Nobody even know, you know what I'm saying? But we was selling candy, that was our hustle. And I think that groomed us to be hustlers, you know, because we came up, and in my neighborhood, it was like, Tasker bred, either you gonna be a killer, or you gonna be a hustler. It was that too, that was it. Or you gonna get high, you gonna be a fiend.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't trying to be no fiend, that was out the question, you know what I'm saying? I wanted the hustle, you know, I wanted money, you know what I mean? So, like I said, seeing them guys, the older guys out there with the money and the dice games and all that, I needed in.
As a single mom, keeping my son out of the street was a concern. Tasker had a reputation, and I didn't want my son to get caught up in all the mayhem.
So, when did music come in?
Music came into play with me, I want to say 97. All my friends, they was doing it way before. I was the last one to rap. All my friends, they was rapping. They was going down my aunt Peanut house and recording themselves, making tapes and everything. And I just loved it because they was my friends. So I'm like, let me hear that joint. Give me a tape. You know, I'm just want to listen to my homies rap. They kept on asking me. This at the time I was trying to play ball. I still was trying to play ball a little bit. They like, yo, won't you write a rap? I'm like, man, I ain't no rapper, man. I'm going to the NBA, man. That's y'all, man. I'm going to the league. You know, but eventually they got me. I went down there one day. They like, yo, write a rap. They gave me a pencil, pen. I'm sitting there for hours. I can't think of nothing. I'm just sitting there. Then I start writing little lines. And I start thinking, what would Method Man say? Mm-hmm. Now I'm rapping like Wu-Tang. I got the dictionary. I'm picking some of the best, biggest words I ever seen. I can't even pronounce them, but I'm putting them in my rap because I wanted to rap like that. Man, I laid that joint. That was the corniest verse I ever heard in my life, man.
Do you still have it?
No, that was years ago.
Thank God.
But it was so corny. I'm talking about it was so corny. And my friends, they was hyping me up. They knew it was corny, but they was gassing me. Yeah, you killed that, yo. Yeah. Just to keep me rapping. So once I seen that, I'm like, all right, well, I rap now and then. I'm writing raps home, and you know, I'm trying to get it together. I was corny. My first couple of years, I was super corny because I wanted to rap like Wu-Tang.
But what were you writing about?
Just whatever came to my mind. Like I used to put basketball in there, bunch of shooting, bunch of bang shooting. You know what I'm saying? It was just a bunch of nonsense. You know what I'm saying? But it was, you know, it felt good for us to hear ourselves on tape. We had a karaoke machine. We used to just make tapes, and just to hear us rapping on the beat, we loved it.
I was working at a middle school, James Alcorn School at South Philly. And the children, they kept repeating this rap over and over again. And they were saying, 9-9 gonna chase this dough. And so my response was, you know what, you need to chase that paper and the pencil and get the work done. That's what you need to chase. And the little boy said, well, that's what your son said. I said, my son? What do you mean? That's his rap. Don't you know it? You don't know your son raps? And I said, no. I said, but right now you need to be more concerned with chasing your homework, okay? So that was my first time that I heard of, because the children kept singing this song, 9-9 gonna chase that dough, and they said it was Dex and Cree.
Hold up, though. I'm at this moment with my mom right here. It's the moment, bro.
Go ahead, Cree.
Hold up. I ended my album off with a song called More Than Music. And it really, I'm talking about, shout out my engineer Ken, like he had to bear with me in that joint, cause I like damn near cried through that whole joint. You know what I mean? That's how serious it was, you know what I'm saying? Just me thinking about it and reciting it, thinking back to everything we've been through, man.
Real niggas not doing like you, Forch, man.
I talk to my mother a little bit in this joint. I talk to God a lot of my raps too, you know what I'm saying? I speak to God in my raps.
Go ahead, Forch, rap, man. Come on.
Can I give y'all this joint?
Let's go! What's the deal, Gorilla?
If you know the words, sing along real rap, cause this joint's super serious.
Go ahead, Forch.
Drop that back. Put one hand in the sky one time as we end the show off. It's more than music. It's gonna forever be more than music.
with Creek Forch. To the all users. It's more than the music. I said it's more than the music. Feel me. Let me talk to him for a minute. All this pain and this misery that live with me, I paint you a picture so vividly. Just limit your ears, but keep your sympathy. I just want you to feel my story so you'll remember me. As one of the realest niggas to touch your mic. Spit his feelings for searching for healing from the toughest life. Coming up in the projects, but not tonight. Poverty, corruption, guns busting like every night. And I heard her see a pain on my mother's face. All she wanted was to get her kids to another place. Had us in church trying to build the faith. When I was thinking in the street, I'm trying to feel it safe. The broke boys was appealing to me. With all that money and jewelry, they were feeling to me. Nice big cars, bunch of pretty women. Dice games looking like everybody winning. You couldn't tell me that wasn't for me. My pop wasn't around to tell me that wasn't the key. Just a good mother, doing what I hear's good. Cry when I see the other shot, live again good. Mama taught me I had to speak on it. That's a memory in my brain and forever keep on it. It changed me. Drink the rest of my past for your face me. But you never shame me. And I hope I never shamed you. Cause I started doing all the things you said I can't do. I put my whole trees on freeze. With my bras, guns and sneakers and chickies and trees. So in the trees, the pass it rock to the feast. The leading game, no it's a change like slot machines. Shit, I refuse to be a dirty nigga. Slacking off of school, I had the brain of being dirty nigga. Still winners to go to college though. Got some spirit, master the streets, so my knowledge though. A voice to tell it no. I was chasing around the globe. Any weapon forever it was, I was down to go. But somewhere in between, I see the film to flow. Even with the crackers, big tracks, I was bound to blow. I'm so determined to get this paper. Get rich and feel like a winner, like I'm a Laker. When they was winning chips, I don't worry about streets. They call me with the shit, but I ain't playing for free. I ain't never won a trophy. I'm rapping to my mom, I had to tab for the groceries. I'm money for the fridge. Dismiss, let me replace the money that you spent. I ain't never wanna sit down. I told y'all that it was born in the music. It's deeper than this rap shit, don't you ever confuse it. This is my heart on the difference, don't you abuse it. They say they want the truth, so I give it, they still refuse it. I told y'all that it was born in the music. The brothers that ever do and drop to the all used to prove it.
I just watched him from the beginning, like always been true, always been solid, always been true to his craft, of course. I'm talking about from the projects when he was like really up, we running around trying to rap and all that kind of stuff. Just like I watched his journey, you know, from Cheney, just from him becoming a man. Always just spitting the real. I'm talking from losing friends, because the friends he lost, I lost too. They was all our friends, like. So you know, I just watched him from day one, and he always been the same. Like he never changed. He just got better.
I've been around Philly before Philly was popping with rap. First time I ever heard of him without seeing him.
Mean like green, like celery. Dimes, dubs, and 50s of that stank sticky icky. Puff it and breathe easy. Ooh, believe me, you drink the last house on the block is a speakeasy. Don't ring the bell, just knock and speak easy. Get you a shot of gin, couple cans of St. Easy. Damn, this ain't easy. You wanna get this change? I'll show you how I do it. I'm getting it. Everywhere it is to get it stuck on the strip, the cops can't move me off my pivot.
Yeah.
Miss Michelle, Mac Mom, used to bring these CDs called the Blood Brothers to me and Mac. She's like, I got these young boys out Tasker. They hot, I'm telling y'all. Miss Michelle finally brung Dex and Creed against all our studio. First time I heard it, like, I know the it factor. I heard it. I ain't never let him know though. Like, mind you, I'm in the industry, so my ear is different. I know it's good music. I'm hearing Jay-Z record, Beanie C with the best of the best record music. I'm hearing this nigga right here from the projects spitting. We got cool. He come to me, spit some shit. Like, Forch, man, it's alright. He like, huh, man, that wasn't hot. Shit was alright, man. That shit was alright. He used to get heated with me. Get mad with me. Like, nah. Still me out there.
Did that shit to me for like a whole summer. I'm coming out every day. I'm just trying, in my mind, I'm writing new shit just like, I'm getting this time. I got some. Every day I come on the block, man. Listen to this. That joint was hard. I'm like, just hard? Yeah, that shit wasn't it though. It was hard. So every day I'm in my mind, he keep trying to take away at my confidence, like, cause I know I'm talking some shit, you know what I mean? But it's like, I'm trying to impress him, cause I know he, you know, that's Mac, man. He right there with Mac. I done seen Mac pull up in the wheels, sewing stuff with Paco and say, tell me if this hot. And spit it to Paco, you know what I'm saying? And Paco will say yay or nay. And he the one I need to win over, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if Mac asking this nigga is it hot, he must be the fucking one. He must be the guy. So, you know, I'm trying to impress him every day. I'm giving him shit. Every time I spit to him, he just like, yeah, that was hard. You know what I mean? So that shit was crazy. We did that for like a whole summer. You know what I mean? Till the nigga finally took his head.
That's how we gonna do this, man. Jack. Yeah. I tell him, look, I'm mean with it. Make you lean with it. I ain't talking rap, but the smack with the beam with it. We goons, monsoons, whole team with it. No picks, it's getting hit, whole teams get it. I'm about my money, but I demand a respect though. Can't stop them from hating, but niggas is in check though. No, I ain't did a bunch of killing. I ain't got a body yet, but try me, I'm more than willing. Snow so, Forch keep that compact Glock 4-0, the same as the Popo. Oh, you fly, get wet all in your polo. One pop, one shot, straight through the logo. I let you ride on me, that's a no-go. So nice. It's rap beef and using it for promo. Where they do that at nigga, to me it's guaranteed I do that back. Yeah. It's the big bad wolf. Trey 5.7 mag, 6 jag hooks. Get tagged, get a bag hook, laid up in the spittle riddled with the mad look. SP Goonies, them boys dead loony. Can't find you, they get the chopping on your umi. Bomb tents on the Crown Vics, big and roomy. Let's hop out in broad day and make it gloomy. Yeah, I hear you think you're doing something to me. Get a clip in your face, courtesy of yours truly. Screen the building. That's R.I.P. Your deuces, I'm ruthless. Keep a stone face like Medusa's. These dudes frauds, only hard with a booth is. Tell a good story, but show me where the proof is. Truth is, I'm sicker than lupus. Forch, I'm a problem, damn near nuisance. Yeah.
It's your boy, Cousin Don, checking in for the boy Forch documentary. Everybody know Cousin Don don't talk too much, but when your cousin will call you and say, "Cuz, this gonna be the best thing he ever done," I had to get on here and give it, you know, let the world know that my cuz was is and still will be one of the best rappers to come out of Philadelphia, because he was a genuine rapper. You know, he never went with none of the goofy stuff. He always gave you his life. Everything he spit was genuine, and we've been through highs and lows. And for those who don't know, we brothers, we cousins by blood, but brothers by heart. I always called him my little brother, and it's just been a long journey. And like I said, I'm proud of my cuz, of everything he accomplished. And you know, people will say, well, you know, he didn't ride the wave or he didn't do this. He gave you real talk. That's why he could stand firm. And I always told him, and I always been a believer, don't sell out, always be there to the end of what you really stand for.
Shout out my Uncle Mad Marv, man, you know what I'm saying? My uncle, man, he believed, man, he was trying, you know what I'm saying? He was my manager for a couple of years, you know what I'm saying? And we was just rocking, man, we was rocking. He didn't know everything, I didn't know everything. He just believed in me. And he said, come on, Neff, I mean, we out, you know what I'm saying? And we used to hit the road, you know what I'm saying? Long Island, New York. And we did a lot of traveling, man. Florida, Atlanta. We was putting in the groundwork, man. We was moving, man. We was doing a lot of good work, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to my uncle, man, because he tried for me, man. I'm always loving first and foremost. That's my uncle. I mean, and for two, he always tried for me, man. So salute to you, uncle. Appreciate everything you ever done for me, man. Love you, boy.
I think it was about 07 when I first really started listening to Creed music. Really appreciated his message. I mean, it told so many stories. It told my story, which was a generation before him. But then I heard him telling what we were living today, and then telling some stories about what the future will hold. Like you could see it. His vision was always clear. That's when I jumped on deck with him. You know, he asked me, what can you do? If you want to help, do what you can do. And that's when we just started working together. And I mean, we had our ups and downs, but keeping focus on the same goal we were trying to reach, we never lost point on that. It might have been how to get there. We might have clashed a little bit, but when it was all said and done, to me, I appreciated the time. You know, everything about that. And watching him grow, watching his music change, staying ahead of it though. His music has always been ahead of where we at today. So it was just real appreciative for me. I mean, learning a lot, educating myself, letting him educate me, and accepting my guidance back. I think that was the best part we had, and also being family, we gelled real good like that. So I needed that bond, and I think it worked out good for him. And at that time, it was important. You know, after just recently losing my mom, and she had asked me to do something. She asked me to get involved shortly before she passed. And then just afterwards, you know, once we settled down a bit, we was able to rap a little bit, listen to his music, and I knew he was special. And I knew that message had to get out, and I just wanted to be a part of that in any way I could. So I appreciate it. He let me do that. And we just kept on going with that. And to the day, it don't even matter where he at or where I'm at. We know we had that love for music together. And we just want to, you know, just help him excel in that.
You know, it was like 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago. You know, I was standing outside the barbershop. You know, they had the annual block party every summer. And you came up to me, you introduced yourself to me, and that was like, you know, that was like real big for a rapper to introduce himself to a barber. You know what I mean? And it was like, you know, that was real huge. So I always kept that in my mind, fresh in my mind, how you introduce yourself to me. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna help this brother out one day. I'm gonna come back and get him. You know, when I get my feet planted, you know, I'm gonna come back and get you. You know, I had this number for like, since then, that day, and I never used it, but I picked it up, and I said, you know, let me call this brother and see what this brother doing. And you know, one thing just led to another, you know, and I see successful things happening, some doors opening, because I'm gonna use my influence, you know, as a barber, and you are an artist, you know, a street artist, a rapper in Philadelphia, man. And you know, some make it, and some don't. But you truly deserve an opportunity to make it. You know, it's something that I see in you, that I really truly love in you. You know what I mean? That's your charisma and artistic ability, and I see that. And it definitely can be painted and translated, you know, to help, you know, the next young man or the next young lady to be successful. And, you know, you got that, and I like that. I see a lot of myself in you.
Yeah, what's up, y'all? For y'all that don't know, Philadelphia Freeway, recording artists from Philly, world renowned recording artists from Philly. But it ain't about me right now, it's about my brother, Forch.
I got introduced to him by Cousin E. We never knew each other. We heard about each other from the DVD, from the Too Hard for the Streets. It's one of the first dudes that showed me real, genuine love, man. He ain't even really know me like that. Took me on a little promo tour when his album was ready to drop, had me opening up for him at every club in Philly. Just giving me the mic, let me go out there and spit a 16 or 32 acapella. He ain't had to do that for me, you know what I'm saying?
That's what it's about, that love, you already know.
So it always been like 100 remain free, man. We ain't got to speak for a couple of years. When we see each other, it's gonna be like we saw each other yesterday. It's my guy right here. I got a lot of love and respect for him, man.
And you know, ever since I knew Creed, been a stand-up dude. He's definitely one of the most talented artists in Philadelphia. You know, when I was working on my stuff back in the day, you know, I had him on a couple projects with me. He always stand up, you know, always did his thing on the projects. You know, Creed is the essence of Philly, the essence of South Philly, the essence of where he's from. You know, he's not changing for nobody. You know what I mean? He's a good Muslim brother. He's a man of his word, you know, and I fuck with him for life, you know. So make sure y'all support my brother Creed Forch. Early, holla at your boy.
Yeah, every time we cop two or more. Philadelphia is the city that we do it for. Me and my niggas bout to blow up like the Unabomb. We gorillas, we can't change our uniforms. If we in the States or if we abroad, Philadelphia is the city that we do it for. Goodness, we make that hood shit that you adore. These other rappers claim they do it, but we do it more. I'm trying to make my last from my best run. I'm walking on these waves, trying to catch one. What I got is God-given, I'm the blessed one. Still standing through the times, I'm the test one. When everybody giving up their morals, I never seen so many niggas giving oral. Cop riders, that's plural. I'm the last solid nigga around, it's no quarrel. Forch man, I'm a legend that's still living. I got the streets giving me thanks for still giving. To my mama in the hills with some mills, I'm still driven. Still dreaming, living like Uncle Phil and Aunt Vivian. I don't dab, but I'm still dipping. With the bud weed, redder than the AIDS of weird ribbon. No bullshit, and dial me out if you need that. I know it's grade A, I don't need your feedback.
Tell me what your style is.
My style is I'm a reality rapper. Like, you know, people call it hardcore. Like in Philly, my stamp in Philly in the streets of Philadelphia is Creed the hardest rap. And I don't consider it hardcore rap. I consider it reality rap. I'm just being real.
I can see it in your face, you a fraud. Converse on your pillowcase, you a broad. Try to hide your hand, but still exposing your card. He had everybody fooled, thought he was supposed to be hard.
No question.
I'm a docile and checking my step violent. Seeing all these clowns in the lead, how we allow it? I'm saying fuck you and your dog, you breed coward. I'll turn you to a ghost with this 50 is all power, nigga.
I'm just telling you my life. I'm just telling you what I'm going through. I'm telling you what I know. I'm telling you what I saw. And I can only hope that you can relate to it.
So you're telling the story of your life.
That's it.
As hardcore as it is, it's just the truth.
It's reality. Like it's really. I'm not a fabricated rapper. I don't fabricate much.
As time goes on, I've seen how witty he's gotten with his wordplay, and that's, you know, that comes with time, and you know, from the greats all the way from Biggie to Cool G Rap, you know, that's what the class I'm putting them in. So if you know that those guys, then you already know where I'm putting them at in that category, you know, because there's very few guys that rap that know how to put a mixture of street and class all in the same line. You know what I mean? It ain't too many people that can do it.
Man, fought to make it. You know what I'm saying? This is time. It's always been this time. You know? No matter what go on in this city, you see they come back and holler at my youngin'. But one thing, I want everybody to know, man. He be who he be. The rest of y'all don't forget that. Love y'all.
So what's the goal of the music? Is to change other people's lives?
It's
or just to express yourself?
I rap to express myself, but once I started getting fans and I really started seeing people really, I'm talking about, I got people that write me from London on Twitter and Canada and tell me, yo man, you the best rapper in Philly, man. You should have, you know, I just rap for the people that can relate to me. If you live the same type of life that I live, or may have been through some things that I've been through in my life coming up, that from a boy to a man, then you might want to listen to me. But if you want to turn up in the club and dab and all that, this ain't for you. I'm not rapping for those guys. You know what I'm saying? I cater to my fans. You know, rappers, we get our core fan base. My core fan base are real guys or real women that's facing realities, issues, that's really going through some things that might have had a hard upbringing, or people from the projects all over the world. When they hear my story, they know it's real because they know you had to be from that. You had to be from the projects to be able to understand or even be able to talk it the way I talk it.
There were times when he wanted to just be done with it, but he couldn't. He couldn't let it go.
Yeah, man, I've been doing this for a long time, man. They call me a legend in the city, you know what I'm saying? You know, I've been doing this for roughly maybe 17 years now. And chasing it off and on, you know, it wasn't consistent. I used to quit a lot. I always used to choose the streets. I always used to choose my real life over rap. I mean, so I used to fall off a lot, you know, and had to come back and all that. But for the most part, you know, it always was in my heart, man. You know, so I've been doing this for 17 years, man. Just chasing the dream, grinding, man. Always thinking about the possibility, man. I never rapped to be, you know, since I was a young boy. That was never our goal. Me and Dex, that was never our goal to be the next Kanye West or 50 Cent or something like to be the super mega star of Hollywood. We never thought about that, man. We had one goal and one goal only, man. To make the money to take care of our folks. That was the number one goal, to get on, take care of our families and our mothers, man. I mean, take care of our loved ones, man. And that's still a goal to this day. I could care less about being the biggest thing in hip hop, man. That's not my goal, man.
My family is my biggest fans. Like my mom, she's a God-fearing woman. My mom, she don't listen to rap and none of that. But my mom's sitting right here, she could recite a whole verse of mine to you. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, that right there alone, like I talk about it in one of my songs. I say, you know, my wife wanted me out of the streets, you know. What wife wouldn't? Any good wife want their man out the street, man. I don't want to lose you to the street. You know, so I had to get a job, you know, I had to go get a job just to prove to her I'm trying.
Tell me about your wife.
My wife, she's my best friend, you know what I'm saying? My wife, she's my best friend. She's just a wonderful woman. Like she's a beautiful woman, man. Like she just not even her appearance, just her inside out, everything. Like everybody love my wife, man. She's just a good person, man.
When I first met Cree, he came to me and he just was basically saying, you know, he got my cousin to see if he can talk to me and everything like that. So I'm like, well, take your hat off. I mean, you're standing in front of my face and I need to see your face. Like, let me see your eyes. And, you know, he took his hat off. And I think that's what attracted me about him was his eyes. I wasn't too fond of him at first. He was skinny at the time. So, but his eyes caught me. It was months. Months had passed. Summer 2005. It probably was more into 2006. And, you know, we would go to the mall. We would be places, Foot Lockers. And, you know, wherever we go on the street. Lowe's one time, he was helping me. I was buying this house and he was helping me a lot. And people would come up to him, shaking his hand. I'm like, well, who that? He like, I don't know. Like, so then he let me listen to his mixtape.
I never even told her I rap. When I first met her, she didn't know I was a rap. I never told her I rap. I never really told people I rap. You know what I'm saying? When I met people, it was just, my name Cree, what's going on? Like, I'm Cree the rapper. And I ain't never tell people that because at the end of the day, I was Cree the man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was, that rap shit was just something that I was good at. I mean, but I never told her I rap. She found out I rap one day when she came to my house. And, you know, I was just so happy to be listening to myself. I had myself on. And she like, who that? And I'm like, that's me.
I didn't believe him. I'm like, this not you. I'm like, this not you. You're lying. He like, no, this is me. It's for real. I'm like, well, you good. Why you not like on the radio and stuff? He like, I don't know. It don't go like that. Like, but I thought he was that good. And I didn't listen to rap at the time. Only rap I listened to was anything I can dance to. Like the music and the lyrics didn't really matter to me. It was just the beat and the music. That's all I cared about.
She like, that ain't you, nigga. I'm like, that's me. And I showed her the album cover. It was the mixtape. I was listening to Fright Night. She like, you a rapper? I'm like, yeah. She like, let me listen. She listening to me and shit. And she like, you alright. Like, why you ain't on the radio? Like, that's the first thing she said to me. Why you ain't on the radio? Like, you should be out there. Like, why you not on, why your video ain't on TV and shit? She ain't know too much about rap. She wasn't into that for real, you know what I'm saying? You know, so I used to explain to her, had talks with her about, you know, how hard it is, you know, and, you know, everything you gotta go through, everything I've been through with this rap shit, chasing a dream and all that, so she really understood it.
I was at awe. I was at awe at his words and the things he spoke about and the fact that I was even interested in it because it was rap and it was really good, and I couldn't understand at the time, and because I didn't know about rap and stuff at the time, like how the politics of it and everything. I just in my mind couldn't understand how come this man wasn't on the radio.
As time went on, she understood and she joined in and she saw the journey and she seen everything I was going through. And she basically lived it with me, so it's my homie, man. My wife, my homie, man. You know what I'm saying? I can honestly say I know for sure, don't nobody got my back, I know she do. She just had my back, she just support me, man. Even times where I feel like sometimes I feel like she don't want me to rap no more, and I understand because she want me to, go ahead and pursue, another career, get a good career, make some good money, stay out the street, she always say to me, your potential is through the roof. Like there's other things you do good besides rap. You don't just rap good. Like you smart. Like there's other things you can do. And she tried to motivate me to do that. But rap music is in my heart. Like I had it so long, and for so long I depended on it for it to be my way out. It's kind of hard to just close the door on that. Like it's kind of hard to walk away from something that I feel like I'm best at.
Do you mind telling the story about your twins?
I had twins, 2012. They were born at 28 weeks, 27 to 28 weeks. That's real early. Of course, they were premature. My daughter was 3 pounds 1 ounce, and my son was 2 pounds even. Tiny. You know what I'm saying?
Palm of your hand,
super tiny. Like so. When my son came out, he came out first. They rushed him to the back. I didn't even get a chance to see him. They didn't say nothing. They just said, "Here's the boy," and I seen the doctor rush him back. So I knew from the rip something was wrong. Because when they brought my daughter out, they like, "Here's the girl." Hold her up to show it to me. Y'all showing me my daughter. Yeah, she's kicking and she's well and crying, but y'all not saying nothing about my son. I just see a bunch of doctors around him. So I knew something was wrong. So maybe an hour went by. They let me come up to the NICU and see him. And they just started explaining. The doctor pulled me in the office. I don't know how long he's going to be. I don't know how long he's going to hold on. We're going to do everything we can, but it's just for him to be that young and that small and have that type of, illness. Chances is slim. His name was Shahir Cree White.
How long did he last?
2 months.
2 months.
And they didn't think he was going to make it a night. Maybe a week.
Eventually, his sister went home?
Yeah, she went home after 2 months, and the very same night, I'm talking about the same night, if we left the NICU, me and my wife took her home at maybe 9 o'clock. 3 in the morning, we got a phone from the doctor telling us we need to get to the hospital immediately because Shahir is doing very, very bad. So it was like, soon as we left with my daughter, he just like, all right, I'm done. It's like he stopped fighting. We fly up to the hospital 3, 4 in the morning. We get there. The doctors, they looking worried. They put us straight in the office. They sit and they just saying, listen, he has severe lung disease. And they were showing us the x-ray and showing us how it looked. And it just looked bad. And, they was just saying, we don't know. We don't think he's going to, we don't know. We don't think he's going to make it. And I asked the doctor, I said, listen, if y'all was to remove him from the life support, from the breathing machine right now, what's his chances of making it? He looked at me, he said, roughly 60 seconds. 60 seconds of life if they remove him off of life support right now, because the machine was breathing for him. He said, if we take him off there right now, 60 seconds roughly, he might hold on for 60 seconds. We had to make a call. Me and my wife, it got to the point me and my wife had to make a call, and we just felt like,
he's suffering.
We're not going to be selfish just because we don't want to let go and make him suffer like he suffered enough. He fought for 2 months. They counted him out. They said he wasn't going to make it a night.
Yeah.
He was there for 2 months. I watched my son go from this big to a regular sized baby, big, fat. He was getting big, but they couldn't take him off life support. He was too sick. So
did you have to then make the decision?
I'm Muslim, so we placed our faith in God, and we just we took it to God, and we just felt like I don't want to see him. I can't watch this every day. Like I'm talking about, like you see this gray hair. I got gray hair. I tell my wife all the time, between me getting married early and probably that happened with my son, gave me this gray hair, man. Like it was just too much.
Gray hair's wisdom.
That's what they say, but I think my wife did it. We just made the call. You know, we just felt like, you know, we gonna let him go. So we had all our family members coming up. Everybody was coming up. My mom, her mom, the whole family. My whole family was up there. We did it right. I had a show that night. at the TLA. This was a big show for me. I was performing with Styles P. You know, that's one of my favorite artists. They booked me to open up for him at the TLA. So I'm like, I'm gonna take it. You know, I'm gonna do the show. I'm trying to do anything to get what I'm going through off my mind. So I do the show. I actually was crying on stage because people didn't know what I was going through at the time. I got a sick son in the hospital right now. Tonight might be his last night. You know, and I'm on stage trying to, you know, act like nothing is nothing, you know. And I performed a song called My Life. And when I did that song, it broke me. And I just cried up there while I was rapping. And I don't think the crowd knew. The crowd just saw my emotion and they were so wrapped up in the song, but they didn't know I was really dead serious. Like I'm about to faint up here. Y'all don't even know it. Like my son is, you know, about to die. So after the show, I got out of there maybe 2 o'clock in the morning. I went straight to the hospital. My wife was there waiting for me, and we just decided, you know, we go ahead and take him off. And
you were there.
When they took him off, you know, the doctor gave him to me. I was holding him. When she took the tube out of him, when I say, now mind you, remember the doctor said 60 seconds. He was gone in like 20 seconds. As soon as they took it off him, he went. He was gone. He was gone.
Breathing for him.
He just went. You know what I'm saying? And he might have had he might have gave it a couple, maybe about a good 4 of them. It was over. Like I think about it all the time. Like sometimes I get emotional about it. Like it's tough because that never happened to me before. That was something that if I could have pushed our past on the experience of my life, I would have passed on that. I wish I would have never had to experience that. Like, that was the roughest, toughest thing I ever been through in my life. I was broken. You know what I'm saying? After that, I was broken for a while. It took me a while to get over it. I don't even think I'm over it now. I know how to hide. I know how to hide a lot. You know what I'm saying? So. Like sometimes I just be sitting by myself and I shed a couple tears about it because it's just like that was rough, man.
How could you not?
That was rough, you know what I'm saying?
A lot changed, you know, a lot changed with me when I got married and all that. You know, it was time for me to really, you know, man up, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I was in the street real heavy when I met her, man, you know what I'm saying? And I knew she wasn't really going for it. She always had a problem, you know, she accepted it, she knew, I mean, she knew what she was getting herself into. She knew I was a street dude, I mean, but she always told me, I see a lot of potential in you that you don't even see. Like, you bigger than the street, like, you better than that. Stop putting all your effort to be in the street and put it in something else, you know. She always used to tell me that, and it struck a nerve in me because, like I said, you know, I knew I had a brain. I mean, I knew I wasn't a stupid nigga, man. You know, I always had a brain, and I know my mom, you know, she raised me to be decent, you know what I'm saying? She didn't raise me to take the turn that I took in the street and all that. I wasn't raised like that, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, we all choose our path, you know, and I chose the path and I stepped in the street, you know, so. But my wife, man, she always had my back, you know what I'm saying? She supported everything I was doing, even in the street. You mean, she hated it. She didn't want to, but if I needed her, she was there, you know what I'm saying?
Give me like 2 songs. Give me a title of the song and what does it mean?
More Than Music is probably my best, not my best, but one of my favorite records that I ever done. I just shot a video for that. My man Kimo, he shot that video. We shot it in the projects, in the middle of the projects in North Philly, because you know they knocked my project down.
Yeah.
So we found another project. We shot it in Johnson Homes project. That's North Philly, you know,
Yeah.
but they accepted me in with open arms. My project to your project, that's how they feel. You know, you know this life, come on in. You know, I shot the whole video in there and it was crazy. It just had that feeling.
When you start writing, does it flow out? Or
sometimes it flow out and sometimes it take me a while depending on what I'm talking about. Like when I wrote the song If I Should Fall, that's I'm gonna say If I Should Fall too. That's one of my favorite records, but it's so emotional when I listen to it. It just makes me don't want to listen to it sometimes because it might make me cry. But
It took me a while to write If I Should Fall.
What does it mean, if I should fall?
It's me talking about if I should fall tonight, like if I should die tonight, if I should get murdered, or maybe if God called me home, maybe I fall over and die right now. If I should die tonight, I just want y'all to remember me as this. And I'm just giving them, it's 3 verses on there. Every verse I address if I should fall tonight. And I'm not I don't want to promote violence. I don't want to come off like I'm just this, I promote a bunch of murder and all that. It's just that the mentality of a street guy, if you get murdered or one of your friends get murdered, you want payback. You know what I'm saying? You want somebody to hold you down. Like, don't just let him do me like that, bro. Get him back. Get him from me. In the 3rd verse, I say if I should fall tonight, because the Lord say my time is done, I just pray I make it to Jenna to join my son. So he could dance with his father again. You know what I mean? So that last verse is I just talking about my son, and it's heavy, man.
You're on your way.
I'm trying.
Congratulations.
I appreciate it, man.
Philly's proud of you.
I hope so.
My time is done. I just pray I make it to Jenna to join my son, so we could dance with his father again. Like Luther, the pain of losing my little boy, I'll never get used to. My heart ain't never hurt that way. Wish I could swap my life for his life, but it don't work that way. So I'm still here trucking, still here striving, still for myself shedding tears while I'm driving. Think about me watching this tiny body to shroud him. Kill me, but I trust my Lord to never doubt him. Yeah, I feel broken, but I ain't beaten. Bearing all this weight on my shoulder, my legs weaken. I'm looking tired, but I ain't sleeping. Dream about death every night, don't know the reason. Is it a warning? Maybe the grim reaping. Oh Lord, just let me kiss my wife if I'm leaving. Long as the memory remain, I'm with you. Play my music, let my voice uplift you. And please tell my daughter that her daddy was a stand-up nigga. Let her kiss it when you show her my picture. If I fall tonight, tell my homies if they love me to ride. Tell the Muslims when it rain, keep my name a Dua. Tell my wife that I love her to death. Hope she keep her faith, knowing relief comes after the test.
I just always wanted to show my hood that we can make it. We could make it, man. And I tried all these years. I really did, man. I really did. I just wanted to show them, man, some progress, man. We ain't had nothing, man. Can't name no ball players or no football players that made it out my hood, man. Can't name no rappers that made it from my hood, man. Nobody really got over the hump, you know what I'm saying? I would love to show my hood that, man. I would love to show my hood the success, man. I know there's a lot of young boys out there looking up to me, man. My neighborhood treat me like a celebrity, man. And I'm just regular old Cree to me when I'm out there, you know. But I can see it in the eyes, man. I see that it means something, man. And that means something to me.
To the all users, yeah. It's more than the music. I said it's more than the music. Yeah. Feel me? Let me talk to him for a minute. All this pain and this misery that live with me, I paint you a picture so vividly. Just lend me your ears, but keep your sympathy. I just want you to feel my story so you'll remember me. As one of the realest niggas to touch a mic, spit his feelings but searching for healing from the toughest life. Coming up in them projects, it was nothing nice. Poverty, corruption, guns busting like every night. And it hurt her seeing pain on my mother's face. All she wanted was to get her kids to another place. Had us in church, trying to build the faith. Well, I was thinking, hit the strip and try to feel her safe. Yeah, them dope boys was appealing to me. With all that money and jewelry, they revealing to me. Nice big cars, bunch of pretty women. Dice games looking like everybody winning. You couldn't tell me that wasn't for me. My pop wasn't real to tell me that wasn't the key. Just a young mother doing what her hands could. Cried when I seen I had to shoplift for canned goods. Mom, I'm sorry I had to speak on it. That's a memory in my brain to forever keep on it. It changed me. Redirected my path, rearranged me. But you never shamed me, Mama. And I hope I never shamed you. Cause I started doing all them things you said I can't do. I'm sorry, I put my hoop dreams on freeze. Went from bar shorts and sneakers to dickies and trees. Went from shooting them threes to passing rock to the fees. To me they came. Know what took change like slot machines. Yeah, shit, I refuse to be a dirty nigga. Slacking off of school but had the brains to be a nerdy nigga. Still managed to go to college though. Got suspended, mastered the streets with my knowledge though. A waste of talent, no. I was chasing around the dough. Any weather, whatever it was, I was down to go. But somewhere in between, I seem to found the flow. Even picture crack and spitting raps, I was bound to blow. I'm so determined to get this paper. Get rich and feel like a winner, like I'm a Laker. Yeah. When they was winning chips, Robert Horry clutch threes, Shaq and Kobe was the shit. But I ain't playing for a ring, and I ain't never won a trophy. But every time my mama had the tab for the groceries, or money for the rent, Christmas, let me replace the money that you spent. But she ain't never won a cent. Damn. I told y'all that it was more than the music. It's deeper than this rap shit. Don't you ever confuse it. This is my heart that I'm giving. Don't you abuse it. They said they want the truth, so I give it. They still refuse it. I told y'all that it was more than the music. The realest to ever do a drop to the audience to prove it.
I reached out to the fans. I gave them my story. I got a lot of fans. They love me for what I do, and I'm good with that, man. My family love me. My neighborhood love me. South Philly love me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I reached out and touched a lot of people. I'm good with that. You know what I'm saying?